Well, hello everyone. Corey here coming at you today. It's Monday, May 12th. About what time is it? 6:30 in the evening. Just got back to Desroches from a day in the Agri-Fair office. It is a beautiful evening. Bit of a breeze. It's got a bit of a chill to it, but overall it is a fantastic spring evening in the Fraser Valley. Day 53 of my spring short walk challenge, and for the most part last week I was out almost every morning last week for a walk, which felt good to kind of get into a routine of getting up and getting out for a walk first thing in the morning. Of course, this morning I knew that my schedule this afternoon and this evening was open, so I didn't even have a conversation with myself about getting up early this morning. I just defaulted to an evening walk. It's been over a month since I posted my last long form walk and talk video. April 10th was the last video that I posted on Facebook. I've been not bad with my daily short walk videos. There was a stretch of about 11 days where I quite simply didn't get out for a walk. And April has become one of my fullest months. Of course, the Mission Hospice annual fundraiser gala is always the last Saturday in April, which means that April is crunch time, and a lot of those weeks leading up to the gala, I'm busy supporting the gala committee, getting ready to be the MC of the event. And I don't know, I've probably been part of the Mission Hospice Gala 10 or 12 years. And we had a fantastic gala this year. Our theme was all Wizard of Oz related. It was the 20th gala in support of Mission Hospice, so I think that means a ruby gala, ruby slippers. And 40 years, the 40th anniversary of Mission Hospice Society providing compassionate care in our community. So 40 is emerald. So emerald and rubies, we did the whole Wizard of Oz theme. And not only was it a really fun event, as it always is, but we raised a whack of money. I'm not sure if they've made it public yet, but we were well over $100,000 in revenue for the 2025 Mission Hospice Gala. So a huge success, but a ton of work. We've got a fantastic committee, and the team at Mission Hospice are just first class. But it's a lot of work to put on an event of that magnitude, where we raise that much money and have that much community support. So that took a lot of my time. We also, end of April, beginning of May, is when the Lower Mainland Local Government Association conference takes place. And this year it was the week after the gala. So I was up in Whistler for 3 days for that conference. And the Lower Mainland Local Government Association is an association of all of the elected representatives from all of the municipalities and the electoral areas, all the way from Boston Bar to the east, all the way down through Hope, the Fraser Valley, into the Lower Mainland, Metro Vancouver, and then up through West Vancouver, Squamish, Whistler, all the way to Pemberton. So it's an opportunity for the local government leaders from that area, the Lower Mainland, to get together and come together with regards to advocating for regional issues, where all of the municipalities and regional districts, we can come together and lay out our priorities as a region and support each other as we make resolutions to go to the Union of BC Municipalities, which is all of the elected representatives, local government representatives from across the province. And that's where resolutions are made that will go to the provincial government on advocacy issues that are regional and provincial in nature. So we had a really good conference, lots on the agenda. And what I really appreciated about the conference this year was there was a lot of focus on engagement with residents and how to effectively communicate with residents. And also there was a session on leadership in crisis. So, there was the fire chief from West Kelowna, the mayor of Lytton, and the general manager of the Sea to Sky Gondola. So a really good session on, leading our communities through crisis. I can think of the 2021 atmospheric river, of course, that really affected the Fraser Valley. I was not an elected representative in 2021, but I know my colleagues at the regional district and of course the cities of Abbotsford and the city of Chilliwack, they went through quite an ordeal, as did all of the residents. So just learning how to cope, how to lead through those times of crisis. So that was very, very cool as well. What else has happened in the last month? Well, my Goldwing, Dexter, my 1988 GL 1500 Goldwing, has been over in Duncan at the Goldwing doctor, is what I call Cliff. Cliff's the guy that's been working on Goldwings of all vintages for about 25 years. So I took mine over in January, and Cliff spent, the better part of the winter just going from front to back and getting it mechanically sound. Of course, I bought the bike, I guess a year and a half ago now, and it had been sitting for about 7 or 8 years. So we just wanted to go through it and, make sure the motor's running tip top, shocks, brakes, tires, just everything. So Barry and I went over a week ago Sunday. We went over and to pick up the Goldwing, and so it's back now. It's at Barry's shop in he's in Maple Ridge now, I guess Wannock area, and he's working through some electrical challenges related to the installation of the sidecar. Of course, I bought it with the sidecar installed, and that's the plan, is for it to continue to be a sidecar bike. So Barry's got it all torn apart once again, going through it, getting all the electrical. I don't know if we're redoing the electrical or just making sure that electrically it's good to go and ready to get the sidecar hooked back up. So that was a trip over to the island last weekend. Agri-Fair is in full swing. You may have noticed on the social media profiles, we finally did announce that Abbotsford Agri-Fair is going to be bringing in Monster Spectacular, which is a motorsports show, actually out of Montreal, so it's Canadian. And they're bringing 5 monster trucks, freestyle motocross, and ATV races. And so we are going to be hosting 4 shows of Monster Spectacular doing the Abbotsford Agri-Fair. this August long weekend. And so spending a lot of time working out the fine details of that, getting all the marketing up and running, as well as everything else. We're bringing in the monster trucks, so that means we're moving the demolition derby. We're going to keep the demolition derby and see if we can manage both shows for this season. But logistically, just a lot of groundwork to make sure that we've got the space, we've got the facilities are ready to go, and that we're taking care of all of the safety considerations of those shows. So my agricultural coordinator, Lacey, is now back in the office. Lacey comes in and runs the horse show, the 4-H program, and a bunch of other odds and ends with regards to putting on the fair. So it's nice to have Lacey back in the office. But of course, when you've got someone sitting in the desk across from you, productivity goes way up. So Lacey's been good back in the office for the last week or so, and we are rocking and rolling, getting ready for AgriFair 2025. If you are interested, you can head over to agrifair.ca. We do all have the tickets for the fair, as well as the tickets for the Monster Truck Show, which is going to be a show within the fair. It's going to be an add-on that you can choose to purchase tickets for or not. They're all available online at agrifair.ca, and been doing radio interviews and booking social media ads and all that kind of stuff. So busy getting ready for AgriFair 2025, getting revved up in red and white, which is our 2025 AgriFair theme. What else? Yosuke and I went down to the city on the weekend. We spent a night in East Vancouver. We usually plunk ourselves in the West End or Cole Harbour area, but this time we had bought tickets to an event just off Commercial Drive, and so we booked into the Atrium, which is the hotel on East Hastings at Renfrew, just up from the P&E. So we spent a night in the city, had a great breakfast at Yolks on Hastings on Sunday morning, and then of course we were back in Desroches for dinner. My sister and my dad and I, we worked together and got Mother's Day dinner ready for Mom when she got home from her horse show on the island. So that was Sunday. And also with AgriFair, we're getting out to a lot of community events within Abbotsford to promote the fair. And so we've been spending some of our Saturdays and some of our evenings with the AgriFair booth. So just, you know what? It's spring, and spring means events. Spring means preparing for summer events. We've been doing a whack of music bingo fundraisers as well. We've had some Saturday fundraisers at the pub as well as our regular Fridays. But it's just been go. And so I don't know if it's an excuse for not getting out. Well, I've been getting out for my walks, but I just haven't necessarily been in the brain space to pull out my phone and talk to it while I'm going around in circles here. Going around in circles, I am at the Desroches Elementary School track here this evening. Once again, nobody here except me using the track, which is okay with me for tonight. Get out here on my own and go for a walk. So yeah, that is the last month in a nutshell. Full bore, hair straight back, go, and it's all good. It's all fun. I enjoy every day, and I'm so thankful and grateful for the life that I get to lead, and I'm a firm believer in getting as much out of life as possible because I do believe that time is precious and life is short. And as the farmers in Area G say, you got to make hay while the sun shines. So yeah, it's power washing. Speaking of make hay while the sun shines, I did have my annual. That was over the Easter weekend that I got my power washing chores. No, I don't know about done. I got as much of the power washing around the house as I'm physically able to do without a lift, and I'm not big on heights, so I don't really go out seeking assistance to get the second story of the house. I know the gable ends haven't been done for a few years, but we got everything that I can reach from the ground with the power washing pole done. All the sidewalks, the steps, all of that sort of stuff. So next is weed eating. We got to get the spring clean out, getting the weed eater running again so I can get out and get some weed eating done. Yosuke's been on top of keeping the back lawn mowed, and yeah, it's just it's a great time of year. I really love the spring, and I think we've had a pretty great spring so far. There's been some beautiful, warm, sunny days, but there's also been a decent amount of rain, and things seem to be growing well. So, looking forward. It's a long weekend this weekend, and I made a real concerted effort this year not to book anything over the long weekend. And so, as we now get to Monday before the long weekend, and I look ahead, and I'm a bit relieved that I don't have anything on the calendar. Gonna plan to hopefully do some weed eating, spend some time at home. I think, weasel my way in. Dad's got garden tractor pull weekend Saturday in Chilliwack. And so he's going to be down in Chilliwack at the Chilliwack Fairgrounds with the garden tractor pulls. And so I suggested that maybe I might like to come along and see if I can become a garden tractor puller. So that might be fun on Saturday. We'll see if there's a seat in the truck for me on Saturday morning, and maybe head out and spend the day with Dad doing that. Yosuke works on Saturdays, so I might as well go spend the day with the tractor pull buddies. Of course, I'm the play-by-play announcer for the Fraser Valley Antique Tractor Pullers Association. They go to 3 or 4 fairs every year, and they brought me on a couple years ago as their play-by-play announcer. So I think after a couple of years of watching, might be fun to try it out. So we might get out and do that on Saturday, so stay tuned for some photos or vids of that coming. And yeah, and then the weekend after that is the weekend of the 24th. I know that we've got a booth booked at the Bradner, I don't know what it is called, Bradner Fair, Bradner Days. They have a parade. It's like a spring fair. So we've got a booth space booked for that on the 24th. And then one of my buddies from high school, Dave Faber, he is going to be playing at an event on Saturday evening on the 24th in Abbotsford, Mount Lehman. And so I haven't talked to Yosuke yet, but we might buy tickets and go and support Dave. And Annika from Desroches is also performing. I think we got 3 or 4 country singer-songwriters performing at a, might be a vineyard, might be a cidery, I don't know. But I think that might be fun to go and check that out. So yeah, regional district this week. We've got our electoral area services committee, our regional and corporate services committee, And there's a couple of other meetings. Oh, I think we're going to be having some workshops with regards to the illegal soil deposit bylaw that we're working on with the regional district. So lots going on. As I said, it's all good. I love it all. I'm so lucky and grateful for my life, and grateful to those of you who follow along on my walk and talk videos. I've been uploading the short videos as well as the long videos to YouTube. I haven't really advertised or published my YouTube account, but just getting in the habit of uploading the videos and kind of seeing how the trends go in terms of time of day posting and that sort of stuff. Been getting a decent amount of views on my short videos that I've been posting as reels on Instagram, and been getting some very nice comments from some people with regards to their enjoyment of going on a walk with me. And so that's cool. It's inspiring for me to keep going. And back in February and March, I was putting it out there to some of you, or to those of you who are watching, that if there's any topics in particular that you'd like to hear my thoughts on, or shoot me a message, put it in the comments, let me know. Or do you just want to hear me talk about what's going on in my life? Either way, as you can tell at 22 minutes, once you get me talking, it doesn't matter what it is, I'll just keep talking. But speaking of comments, my good friend Aird, I think is my good friend, Aird Flavel from Abbotsford. Aird and I have been getting together for lunch on Wednesdays since about 2012. I think 2012 was when I first met Aird at an event in Mission. And he's a political geek like I am. And Aird and I get together for lunch most Wednesdays. And we were chatting this past Wednesday about these videos. And Aird revealed to me that he's never once been inspired to watch any of my videos. And he said some nasty words about my character and why I might want to talk at my phone and then post it. And when I explained to Aird some of my motivations and why I'm inspired to do it, and the fact that, let's face it, the short ones on Instagram, I'm getting around 400 views. And for these longer ones on Facebook, I'm getting anywhere from 800 to 1,400 views. And Aird had no idea that anybody would be so inclined to spend 20 minutes or so listening to me ramble on. Even though I reminded him every Wednesday we get together so I can listen to him ramble on, Aird. But anyway, Aird, I hope after our conversation that maybe you've been inspired. And if you're still watching at almost 24 minutes, got you, buddy. Anyway, I'm going to do a few more laps here of the track and then go in and have some dinner and open up my FVRD laptop and do some meeting prep for our committee meetings this Thursday. I hope that you had a good month. I hope that you're as fired up about spring being here and summer being just around the corner as I am. And really, my big inspiration for these is if I can inspire you to get out and go for a walk. It just feels good. It feels good to be out in the fresh air. Can you hear the birds chirping? The birds are chirping. I can hear the motorcycles on the highway. And just walking for me, it just gives me an opportunity to clear my head, get the blood flowing in my body. I have a pretty sedentary lifestyle, given that 2 of my 3 jobs just involve me sitting in a chair talking. And the 3rd job, music bingo, well, I just stand and sing and dance. But, you know, I don't get a lot of steps in my daily life, and that's not a good thing. And so I'm inspired to get out and get moving. And I hope that if you have been following along on these videos, that if nothing else, it just inspires you to get out and go for a walk. So with that, I'm going to say have a wonderful evening, have a great week, and if you catch me over on Instagram, I'll see you tomorrow for my short walk challenge. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Should we do a word today? I don't know that anyone will still be watching at 26 minutes, but let's do a word today. Let's do the word bird, because the birds are chirping. If you've watched this video all the way to the end and you enjoyed it, just type bird into the comments, B-I-R-D, and then I'll know that you followed along to the end. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. We'll talk to you again real soon. Bye for now.